shit and I'm fast. I ain't gon' crash. Leave a nigga down on his ass, cause a nigga thinking that he bad. Looking at the drop with the top. A nigga gon' fly, cause he really wanna take my spot. Boy, you not. You ain't even coming up close, cause my shit coming out gross.
Again, Cross living their life, get him up in their feelings. We put him on blast with the Plug Podcast, but he know he be spitting at the realest. And when he see us rocking at the top, then he knows real shit. Swimming in the money pool, cause we ain't giving up on this. Only wishing you could be like us in the end, though it is what it is. If you can't even keep up, then why bother trying to speak up? A lot of people say they can do this, but then they freeze up. You're talking all that shit, but when we pull up, you say, hold up, homie, make up your mind. Is you a real one or a faker?
So fuck your podcast if it ain't the fucking plug. I ain't tryna conversate if you ain't showing love. I be hella confident, I got it out the mud. You be capping, you ain't like that, homie, what the fuck? I be running through these racks, that's my fitness.
We've been waiting for. This is the moment where you're about to take over. And you don't get tired. You don't get tired. You got motion. That's why they can't fight the fight you fought and won. You're not afraid to go to war. You're not afraid to stand 10 toes down. That's why they can't walk a mile in your shoe. Turn it to me. I told you, when you build different, you see different, you lead different, you apply that pressure different. Because you one of a kind. You one of a kind. Told you. You who your bloodline been waiting for. Because you stand on business. You stand on business. Big dog. Turn them up. Yeah, that's real.
Team. A lot of you fault niggas is losing and accusing and refusing to grow. Shout out to my nigga Cross, man. Yo. Hey. Okay. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. Hey. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. Hey. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. What? It's the Plug Podcast. 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 If you ain't on the team, fuck you, nigga. Get to the bag. I know what I know, but I play black and slow. Peeping the shit, niggas be acting like hoes. All on the piano, talking about another, talking about their sister, talking about their brother. Niggas ain't real no more. Niggas ain't loyal no more. You know they don't follow the code. And that's why they getting exposed. The key shots taking control. They not in control of their souls. We booking them shows like Barry White. My niggas living in paradise. We building the team, the enterprise. It's the Plug Podcast, it's the Plug Podcast, it's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast, it's the Plug Podcast, it's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast, it's the Plug Podcast, it's the Plug Podcast. If you ain't on the team, fuck you niggas, get to the bag. You know we hold it down. We ain't gon' play you around. So I hope you stay around. Don't really make you loud. We trying to make you proud. If you do not like me, guess what? Get the fuck out.
Salute everybody. We back at it like crack addicts. It's your boy Boss Cross. We got CJ in the building. Good morning, Queen. Welcome. We got another crazy episode we're gonna do today. Not gonna be long, but CJ, we're gonna have to put our thinking caps on. They used to tell us in school, put your thinking cap on because it's about to go down. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start out. Salute to everybody coming in. I know more people be coming in. Hit that like button. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with this one, CJ. And you tell me what you think. This was a funny one. I like this one. Oh, all right. Here we go. Let's see, pull this one up. All right. Here we go.
The body of a hunter named Adrian was discovered at the bottom of a cliff, beneath the site where his girlfriend Lulo's dead body was found. He was still fully dressed in warm clothes, including hiking boots, mittens, several layered jackets, and thick trousers made of wool. According to a member of Adrian's hunting party, James, the two had an argument that became aggressive. Adrian picked up a rock and bashed Lulo over the head, killing her. After delivering the blow, Adrian looked up to see James watching him and was so startled that he turned and jumped off the cliff himself. James pointed out the rock that he believed Adrian had used to hit Lulo, and it was sent in for forensic analysis. After testing it, the lab discovered that Adrian's fingerprints were indeed on the rock that supposedly killed Lulo. But the police immediately arrested James for both their murders. All the evidence pointed towards Adrian being the killer, so how did they conclude it was James?
Help me out here now. Salute Black Widow, help me out now.
So they arrest James saw him hit the girl in the head with the rock. And then he jumped off the cliff because he saw that he saw that old boy saw him.
Right. Adrian. Okay, so Adrian and Lulu are the two dead, the boyfriend, girlfriend. James saw Adrian hit Adrian. James saw Adrian hit Lulu in the head. Then once James saw it, Adrian saw him and jumped off of the cliff. When he jumped off of the cliff, then he turned around, and then they end up running forensics. And they still charge James with the murder. So can James get off? So we're going to watch this one more time. And you tell me, now you got to listen now. I tell everybody, it's about listening in the details. So here we go again, y'all.
The body of a hunter named Adrian was discovered at the bottom of a cliff, beneath the site where his girlfriend Lulu's dead body was found. He was still fully dressed in warm clothes, including hiking boots, mittens, several layered jackets, and thick trousers made of wool. According to a member of Adrian's hunting party, James, the two had an argument that became aggressive. Adrian picked up a rock and bashed Lulu over the head, killing her. After delivering the blow, Adrian looked up to see James watching him and was so startled that he turned and jumped off the cliff himself. James pointed out the rock that he believed Adrian had used to hit Lulu, and it was sent in for forensic analysis. After testing it, the lab discovered that Adrian's fingerprints were indeed on the rock that supposedly killed Lulu. But the police immediately arrested James for both their murders. All the evidence pointed towards Adrian being the killer, so how did they conclude it was James?
Because they literally said that when they found Adrian's body, he was still fully clothed with the mittens and everything on.
Okay.
So they couldn't have got his DNA. That's why it actually goes back to James, because when they did the forensics and stuff, they literally say that the boyfriend still had mittens and stuff on.
Right, but they said he had mittens on. Now I'm playing devil's advocate. Now, what's to say that the mittens wasn't taken off and put back on? The only three people was there was James, Adrian, and Lulu. So is it safe to say that James could have took the gloves off? I'm just asking.
Okay, but excuse me, James is the friend. Right?
Yeah. Right. Be white.
Good morning. Good morning.
We got a little echo with you, but we'll meet you up. Don't worry about it. All right. So I'm gonna ask Barry this question. I don't know if Barry saw this. Is wild, Barry. Now CJ, she on to something. I'm gonna get an answer. But she on to it, but this is getting good. So Barry, I need you to listen to this, okay? Now, this is about three people that went hunting. Two people was a couple. One person was the homeboy. Now I'm gonna paint that picture. So check it out.
The body of a hunter named Adrian was discovered at the bottom of a cliff, beneath the site where his girlfriend Lulu's dead body was found. He was still fully dressed in warm clothes, including hiking boots, mittens, several layered jackets, and thick trousers made of wool. According to a member of Adrian's hunting party, James, the two had an argument that became aggressive. Adrian picked up a rock and bashed Lulu over the head, killing her. After delivering the blow, Adrian looked up to see James watching him and was so startled that he turned and jumped off the cliff himself. James pointed out the rock that he believed Adrian had used to hit Lulu, and it was sent in for forensic analysis. After testing it, the lab discovered that Adrian's fingerprints were indeed on the rock that supposedly killed Lulu. But the police immediately arrested James for both their murders. All the evidence pointed towards Adrian being the killer, so how did they conclude it was James?
So how would they conclude it was James? That's what I want y'all to know. So it's a lot of things. I mean, like I'm with CJ only when CJ said, well, he's got the mittens on. Nobody saw the mittens, but I'm just asking, like, that could be one part. But is it safe to say that James could have been wanting to bang Lulu and they got into an argument and James ended up killing her? You know what I'm saying? I'm just asking.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying that's how James actually ends up being the killer, because Adrian never took off his gloves and stuff. So yeah, it was
wait a minute now, and I hate to cut you off, Queen, but it said that's what James said.
That's what James said.
Just go back to even with CW when he did the recording. Remember, B? That's what CW said. That what happened to him. The only person know what happened to him was the nigga that was recording and talking. So you got 2 people dead. One got a body that's just warm. So how did they? I want to know how they ended up all together when they was all supposed, because they said something about a hunting group or some shit.
Yeah.
What you think? What you think, B?
I think that shit was set up. Because ain't no, all these people ain't he says 3 people, 2 people died. Right?
Yeah, 2 people.
Yeah, 2 people
died.
Yep.
So 3 people, so all 3 of us go out, we go out hunting. And then y'all die and I don't come back. I mean, y'all 2 die, but I don't die. Hey, hell no, I did something.
Okay, so B, so check this out, because I had to mute you up real fast. Who is this? Vern Baker. Okay, let me see. Salute Vern Baker in the building. Can you hear us, Vern? I can't hear you, bro.
That's one of my comedian partners.
Okay, yeah, salute to Vern. For some reason, your the audio ain't working. You off mute. Let's see if we can get you back on. How about Vern, come back out and come back in, and make sure you hit allow on everything. That way you'll be able to get on here, because it's for some reason your picture's on here, but Mike ain't. All right. So all right. So like B said, nobody can do us again. That's James. My thing is, why did the police say that he did it, knowing damn well he had mittens on? So that's what made me think. Go ahead, CJ.
No, Cross, because so they don't say James had mittens on. They say the boyfriend was fully clothed with mittens on. That's what I was saying.
Okay,
so
I'm with you.
They got the fingerprints of James on that rock. They don't have the boyfriend's fingerprints on there because he had mittens on.
Right. Okay. Salute Vern in the building.
Smart. You know, he trying to do something and gonna get him this story and say, oh, okay, this what happened. But then when they ran the prints on the rock, it goes back to James because the boyfriend had mittens on. Even if he did hit the girlfriend in the head, he still had mittens on. So he don't have no fingerprints.
Okay. So again, how can they charge James?
Because his fingerprints on the rock.
Okay. All right. So what you think,
CJ? CJ?
I'm sorry,
CJ.
I don't know. I ain't no motherfucker could take no goddamn fingerprints off no rock.
That's a good one.
I like that.
And then, you know, shit is corrupt. It go back to the three, what you call it, that was killed. Everything, and that was white people. That was white people or black people. It got to be white people because ain't no niggas gonna be on no motherfucking rocks.
I was gonna say
that.
Gotta be
That's some inside shit, Cross. That's some inside shit. Hey, can I ask y'all a question? Because I did put a post up today, and the post going crazy. But I just wanted to get older people.
Hold on one second, man. No, Dolly Bear. What done happened is it's a lot of these ones. These wrenches shit has been messing up. So we taking them back off. We redoing them all over again. So we got to get everything on because we got somebody. Not saying you, we starting all over because there's somebody coming in that's got a wrench and is taking people and blocking people. I don't know who it is, but I've been getting people that's telling me that somebody's blocking them. Not saying you, it's just some other people that are blocking. So ain't no dismissal papers. You know what I'm saying? We all together in this internet world. So no dismissal papers. There's no thing. We just redoing it. You know what I'm saying? We just redoing the channel. So don't take it as personal. You know what I'm saying? Miss BTV, salute, Queen. So we just regrouping and doing stuff because we got some big things in the working with my guy Barry White. We doing stuff differently. We got comedians gonna start coming on here. So we got to make sure that we keep the algorithm and everything going, and everybody has everything going. So nothing's personal over here. It's just business. And we just trying to redo stuff to get ready. Yeah. Now see, now you taking in something about don't make it break your heart. Yeah, that's something different. So what I'm gonna say is, and back to apologize, y'all. So yeah, so what we got is, so all right, we're gonna go back and we're gonna play this one more time in the middle. Salute,
After
Michael.
delivering the blow, Adrian looked up to see James watching him and was so startled that he turned and jumped off the cliff himself. James pointed out the rock that he
We're gonna start this over. Y'all tell me what y'all think on this. We got Barry, we got CJ in the building. Salute.
The body of a hunter named Adrian was discovered at the bottom of a cliff, beneath the site where his girlfriend Lulo's dead body was found. He was still fully dressed in warm clothes, including hiking boots, mittens, several layered jackets, and thick trousers made of wool. According to a member of Adrian's hunting party, James, the two had an argument that became aggressive. Adrian picked up a rock and bashed Lulo over the head, killing her. After delivering the blow, Adrian looked up to see James watching him and was so startled that he turned and jumped off the cliff himself. James pointed out the rock that he believed Adrian had used to hit Lulo, and it was sent in for forensic analysis. After testing it, the lab discovered that Adrian's fingerprints were indeed on the rock that supposedly killed Lulo. But the police immediately arrested James for both their murders. All the evidence pointed towards Adrian being the killer, so how did they conclude it was James?
That's some bullshit right there. The more and more I listen to it.
James did it.
But they said all the evidence pointed to Adrian.
But
see, go ahead.
It said all of the evidence pointed to Adrian, but James still was convicted for it.
Gotcha.
Play that
Okay.
last part again.
All right, bet.
So startled that he turned and jumped off the cliff himself. James pointed out the rock that he believed Adrian had used to hit Lulo, and it was sent in for forensic analysis. After testing it, the lab discovered that Adrian's fingerprints were indeed on the rock that supposedly killed Lulo. But the police immediately arrested James for both their murders. All the evidence pointed towards Adrian being the killer, so how did they conclude it was James?
Okay, yeah. So Adrian's fingerprints were on the rock, the one that got killed, but James still takes he's still convicted.
What? But
yeah.
Barry said he didn't know if you. So I guess the question is, can you get DNA off a rock?
Apparently so.
Apparently, they could do anything they want to do when they want to put it on somebody. You gotta look at you gotta look at the towns, you gotta look at the situation, you gotta look at the color factor, and shit. It could be you ever seen one of the movies when the chief of police did something and then set everybody up and set somebody up? It be shit going on. Dead man can't talk, so shit. If it's two dead motherfuckers and one live motherfucker, sadly to say, the live motherfucker killed both of the dead motherfuckers.
Right.
It's just sad. But look, Cross, I don't mean to cut your podcast, but I got one important question because y'all very smart. And y'all let me say, mature. I put a post up, right? And it said, and this was my post and this was my comment. And I got a lot of people chiming in, but it don't make it. I got a lot of people chiming in. My post was, I think men dating 21-year-old women. I think men that's dating 21-year-old women and they 40 plus, I think that shit is weird. You heard me, Cross?
No.
Yeah, I heard you.
I was waiting on let me meet you up because I'm echo.
All right. So yeah, I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it'd be a lot of them that be just trying to relive some shit they didn't have when they was 20 some, or the body might have got right, or maybe they look at it, or maybe to me they could manipulate, not necessarily manipulate, but kind of control like a son type, because them young boys, they looking for, back in the days we used to say, oh, they looking for a mama. I think a lot of them like that, or they like stability to the point where they're willing to literally go and date somebody, but they got to remember this young man ain't really lived life, so he's emotionally going to be attached to him. Just like I saw the one I was watching the other night, the Facebook guy, where the young dude was with this chick, and he said he was only with her, and he felt bad he was with her. He went in there and he murdered her brother, the mama, and then he went on a high-speed chase. But then the whole time he's telling her, "But I love you." You know what I'm saying? Don't never forget that I don't love you. So I just think it's really playing on the mind control, you know, or trying to manipulate. So I'm gonna see what CJ say.
I definitely agree, and this is something that we talk about, especially when it comes to like the mental health and everything. It's a sense of control, because that younger, because his question was a older male dating a younger female, right? Right, Barry?
Yep.
Okay. So, and I've seen it. To me, it's a couple of things. It's a sense of knowing that that younger girl is not as mature to hold him to a certain accountability, and so he gets to control her because she automatically looks at him like a savior or a dad figure, and so he knows that there's some sense of manipulation and control that he can actually have over that young woman. And then to me, I think it's the sense of making himself, you know, feel, I guess, energized or whatever again, because, hey, I'm gonna go get me somebody younger and I'm gonna seem more appealing or whatever. So those two different perspectives is where I come from.
Well, I got a good one to ask Barrett and CJ. Now, my life struggle, NT said it could be a power struggle. Do y'all agree it could be a power struggle?
And the reason why I think how I think, because my daughter is fucking 26 years old. So if I was to go meet a chick that's 21, 20, if I meet a chick that's my daughter age or younger, I don't have nothing in common with her mentally. And how do and to me that get perverted vibe, because I got nieces that's not my real blood, but I grew up with them and I watched them when they was growing up. I'm talking about like 3, 4, 5 years old. So I see them now at 22, 25 years old. I'm dead ass wrong for looking at these girls like, yo, you got a fat ass. Damn, you look good. Damn, you filled out. That mean you've been waiting for that. And the older women looking better than the younger women these days. And it's a maturity thing. I can't have no conversation with no young chick talking about some let's place a sexy red.
But that's your mental is from that doesn't have dating that woman. And that's the problem. He absolutely wrong with it. And it goes both ways. The same thing with the young girl. Why do you want somebody that's your daddy's age? What do you have in common with that man? So the young girl got the problem and the younger guy got the problem.
Exactly.
And that's what they right.
And just because, and when I grew up, I was watching the Cosby Show. Claire was not no motherfucking 15, 16. Claire wasn't younger than Bill. They were the same age. Claire was pretty. And not one time, and that's just how I grew up, not one time did we see Bill, no matter what Bill Cosby did, Offset, what he did in front of that camera, in front of the world, he never was looking at none of Denise's friends. And my daughter is 26. So my daughter is married to her husband that's 26. I would go crazy if she was fucking with a nigga that's 47, my age, that went to school with me. I have a fucking problem with that.
I got a question to ask. Let me meet you up, B. I'm gonna meet you up real fast, Echo. So yeah, I got a question to ask. Do y'all starting to see like a shift? Because remember, a lot of times back then it was the guys that, what I want to say is, didn't want to be responsible or accountable. So now it's like a culture shift or a gender shift. It's the females, because really, if you look at it, do you think, I'm just asking you as a woman, CJ, looking from that perspective, are they doing it to control, Are they doing it because they're afraid that they can't have the same commonality as somebody on their same age bracket? What do you think? From, I'm not saying you, just in general, speaking from a woman's perspective, why would they go towards him? Are they just trying to get like what's your girl saying? Trying to get a groove back, or is she lacking thereof, or is it the physical aspect? Would she want a young man, or is it because it? And again, maybe it could be mental, or maybe they don't want to mentally sit around and think, and they just want to have fun. So I just want to hear what you got to think, what you think your perspective could be.
So definitely, just go back to the root of it. 9 times out of 10, something happened with that young lady when she was younger. Older male or whatever probably did something to her, and instead of dealing with the pain, that it turned into what she's gonna chase now growing up. It became familiar. And so now, how is it used? Well, if that did happen, if that's the scenario or the perspective, and it did happen, now different things that happen, it causes a certain feeling from it. So it could be they like the sense of the control from the that's how they feel love. That's what's familiar. That's what they're used to. Or the other sense of now that maybe the objective is to have somebody to take care of them, and they probably feel like, well, the older guys more established, that's why they call him daddy and this and that and the other, because now he can do some things for her that younger man probably can't do because he's not as established. So that's why I say it definitely.
So basically, you're saying it's basically a running game issue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes both ways. I just want that. It definitely goes both ways because that older man out of line. That younger woman is out of line for you.
Well, for one, I'm not about to be. If I got a daughter and I got grandkids, I'm not bringing no young ass girl around my grandkids and my daughter, and a bitch ain't about to be waking up talking about something. Can I get my nails done? Can I? She has no sense of independence. We don't even have the same. We don't even have a mental conversation that we could talk about after sex. Like, it could be the sex could be immaculate, but what we gonna talk about after the sex? What we gonna do after the sex? Because, like I said, you could get. I dated a chick that was 40, and she was like, "I like older men." Bitch, I'm 40. I'm 7 years older than you. I ain't fucking 20 years older than you. So that age range is that's not bad to me. But over 20 years is nothing. You already done lived before that person even came. So what do you like? What do you?
So my bad, Barry. So what do you think, Barry, and y'all think about the whole Puff Daddy thing? Now, again, we're gonna get into something because they said, I heard the reason why he got that young chick is because her best friend, that saucy dude, that big ass nigga with the beard, that they actually are having, allegedly are having a little 3-way thing. Because again, so do you think Puffy, like he did Cassidy or Casey or whatever her name and all the rest of them, do you think he did that, or he's messing them rapping niggas is going after them young chicks? I give him another example. Hold on, this is a great example. What do y'all think about? I heard, and shout out to Benzino, man. Benzino, Corey Ray or whatever her name was, that's his daughter, where she's doing a song and Busta's doing all these compilation songs. Well, in the video, she's half naked up on Busta. And your boy was like, he was like, man, you could have called me and let me know that you was gonna do this video with my daughter. And why in the hell is she half naked? You feel what I'm saying? Like, he did not appreciate that. He said, you didn't even call, hit me up. And he said he knows she's a grown lady, but damn, she 20 years old. This nigga damn near 50, 60. This goes into what you saying. So I want to hear what y'all got to say. I'm gonna mute up. And each one of us, let's just mute up so the echo don't go off. So I'm gonna start with CJ and then we'll go around to Barry Monkey, man. So what do y'all think about that Busta Rhymes shit? Because me personally, I don't appreciate that shit. Ain't no nigga, like you say, Barry ain't finna go and make no songs or no movies with my daughter when she turned 20 years old, and Monkey Man and vice versa with if you got a daughter and we trying to do that. So yeah, this is what happened. So she's in the video, Coi Leray and Busta Rhymes, but she's half naked. Benzino went off and was like, man, I don't even play that shit. And you could, but she's a grown woman. So I want to hear what y'all got to say.
Maybe Busta and the daughter thought it was okay because Benzino's wife is what, 20 years younger than him, right? That little young girl from the show Love and Hip Hop or whatever that was on. She have his age. So maybe Busta and them thought it was okay. I get it though. That's his daughter, and that be the thing. Don't do nothing to somebody else that you don't want done to you. But at the end of the day, you can't say that this is a problem when you doing it in your household. That's all I gotta say.
All right,
hey, you came up with a good one. Now it goes back to when I did the Cutler's Court. I told you they gave us the lead way to write the script, damn near. So I had to go find a chick that I was supposed to been cheating with. I did get in contact with these other chicks that I'm cool with that do podcasts. I was like, yo, but they like 20 something. But in the storyline, I was fucking with them for 8 years. But I'm like, yo, I need to get somebody my age to play this part because in actuality, in hindsight, if people looking at it on TV, it look like I'm weird fucking with a young girl because people do math these days. They be like, yo, okay, if you was 28, no, if I'm 47 and I was fucking with a chick for 8 years, but then my side chick is 28, that mean I'm weird. I've been looking at this little girl since she was a little girl. I was looking at a girl since she was a little girl. And it's just in Monkey Man, what's up with you, brother? I'm sorry I ain't speak. But I just think it's weird. And some men that do that don't have daughters. And it goes back to what you were saying, CJ. If it's good, if that's what you grew up in your household doing, cool. My mother never had no young niggas in her house. My mother dealt with people her age. So I didn't grow up seeing that. And whatever you grow up seeing, that's what you're accustomed to. It's fine in your life. It's fine in your life. And that's my outlook. I can't. And then Cross, we do certain things in life. Monkey Man, all of us do certain things in life. I can't go to no dressed up gala or dressed up something just cause she bad and sexy. Somebody gonna look at that shit and be like, yo, that nigga's a weird ass nigga. Why is he fucking with young bitches? But it go back to Puff shit. It goes back to what C-Dub said. When you're a fucking a billionaire, there's a lot of millionaires and billionaires, and a lot of them a lot of their wives are their age. Some of them wives are their age, but when you a weird ass nigga, you done fucked everything. That's why they say Diddy fuck with boys. At the certain time of money, what can you buy after you done bought everything? What woman can you deal with after you done dealt with all the women? Because for one, he can't run that same shit on no woman his age than he run on no motherfucking young bitches. You ain't never heard Diddy getting nobody a stat. When he was fucking with J-Lo, they was about the same age. J-Lo got the fuck away from him when she seen them childish tendencies, when she seen what type of shit he was into, and went and married a nigga her age. If you look at Eve fuck with a nigga that's her age. She's fucking beautiful. But then matter of fact, it's a lot of men. Matter of fact, how old is Jay-Z and Beyonce? What kind of age difference is that?
Okay. Not too much on B.
Jay-Z old as hell.
It's not 10 years. It's not 10 years. It's like, I think it's like 7, if I'm not mistaken. Don't do. Let me look it up right now.
So Jay's 7 years older than Beyonce.
I'm about to look it up.
Okay, but over 20. I could understand why you older. We would want a younger chick for a second, but not to grow up with and have a relationship. Now, if I was to meet a chick, we had a good vibe, we fuck. It's probably not gonna go no further than that.
The Monkey Man, what you think about it?
I don't see what's going on. Yeah, I never seen. I ain't seen the video.
I think y'all gotta tell Monkey Man what we talking about because he looking at the videos.
Bet. So Monkey Man, we basically talking about, I think he heard about the whole Puffy thing. What do you think about when the Busta Rhymes with Corey LeRae and Benzino got pissed off because he said he knows she's a grown woman, she's 20, but you know, damn, that's his homeboy. He could at least hit him up and say, bro, I'm finna do this video with your daughter. You know, and it's gonna be kind of like this, kind of, you know, kind of racy a little bit. You know, just letting you know, so at least nigga get a heads up. But he never did that. And Benzino found out like everybody else. So Monkey Man, what do you think about that?
Hold on, Cross. Cross, I think you should get a little more. I think you should get a little bit more in depth. Monkey Man, would you date a woman that's younger than you, that's 20 years old younger than you?
No, because her brain not fully developed. Like it's like raising my daughter. If I raise it so when she was born, I was grown. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I'm raising a child again. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, don't get me wrong. I know back in the days they used to do that type of shit back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But these women are more. It wasn't no TVs and shit back then. So I guess a woman, you could teach a woman because it was guys that was older. Like I think my grandfather was older than my grandma by like 10, 20 years, you know, about 10, 15 years, I think. I ain't for sure, I forgot. But still, he had a gap on her. But it's hard for me to date somebody that I know damn near the same age as my child. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's pervert shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so that's just like when my daughter turned 20 or 21 or whatever the case may be, and I'll be 45. That's like I've been watching my daughter's my daughter friend since a child type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's spooky to me. Now if I got my partner daughter in the video, first of all, if you my partner and I know what type of video I'm doing, your child can't even be a part of this, regardless. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of the fact. I don't care how beautiful she is. I don't care what she's doing in anybody else's video. But you being my partner, that's just like Crosser or you or any one of y'all, because we all cool. If you're like, hey, now if I'm doing a video and it's not with the sexy shit, yeah, that's cool. You see what I'm saying? If it ain't, you know, with the, you know, grinding on each other type of shit and all that shit, that's cool. But if I know this gonna be, because first of all, what Busta Rhymes down there 50? Is 50? You know what I'm saying? If anything, I need to be sitting her down. Okay, now say it's a video and she doing some racist shit, like, and I'm talking to her, schooling her on some game like this ain't what you should do to a man type shit. Yeah, you're treat yourself like a woman. Yeah, type shit. But it got to be a scenario to it. But if this is a sexy song, nah, I can't do that. Now, hell, I'm 42 right now, and just like you said, Barry. Oh, and I meant to. What's up, homie? I know you said spoke to me, but I was trying to let you finish. But like you said, Barry, a girl that I ain't gonna even lie to you. It ain't no conversation I can have with a girl that it ain't nothing but sex and here go a few dollars and I see you on your way. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing I can do. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no relationship. Oh, I'm just pulling up with eye candy. It's some bad females my age. You know what I'm saying? Why he couldn't get who fine right now by Busta age? Anybody.
He could have got Megan Good. He could have got somebody of that stature. He could have got somebody off the street that looked way better than these artists.
Man, so what's that old chick on Country Wayne? That old chick that be with Country Wayne, she bad.
Yeah. He could have went and got CJ.
What I want to ask
you. Yeah, he could have got CJ. What I want to know is how long y'all think some shit like that, and as a guy, I'm looking at before domestic violence kick in, I'm saying about a good 2 months. I'm averaging about 2 months before shit start going crazy, where she calling this nigga because she need, like Barry said, where you at? I'm up here at the nail shop and you ain't cash at me my money. And then the old nigga like, man, I don't do that cash app. I told you to set it up. That's why you need to get I'm trying to get you.
We not even having that conversation, man. If you can't do for yourself, we don't need to be together.
But
We
that's
don't need to be. We don't need to be together.
the age gap though. They make it work. See, you got to think about not your mentality, like y'all tell me all the time. That older guy already know he got to have this in line in order for him to keep that younger woman.
If he fall off the day or tomorrow, not meeting her obligations of what she want to make her happy financially, because all it is financial.
That's
it. She getting the fuck on, and then this, you know what she gonna do at?
We can't hear him very damn.
You muted.
They gonna always They gonna always look at them as an old ass nigga at the end of the day when they break up. After them 2 months over cross, use an old ass nigga. It's just you know what it is? It's an experience for younger chicks. Men, they weird. Cause if I go to the strip club and a dancer come and she be like, yo, you wanna dance? The first thing I'm gonna ask is, how old are you? She gonna say 22. I get a bitch $10 to get the fuck on. I don't want no dance. I don't want you to rub it up on me. I don't want that. And that's just me. Everybody else, nigga get 3 or 4 young bitches and say shit. Now I got a 60-year-old. Nope. Nigga, each one of them bitches is 20.
Nah, I like that.
So Busta Rhymes. So Busta Rhymes trying to talk to her?
No, he's not trying to talk to her, but what he did was he did a video. So the video, it came out. It hit, and they said it was kind of like racy a little bit, like she was kind of half naked, damn near. Busta all up on her, and she all up on him. And then it was like, damn, Benzino, like, damn, dog, you remember when she was a goddamn look like Barry said, you remember when she was a little baby walking, just learning how to walk. Now you got her up on your lap, grinding all up on her, bro. Like, how could you even get to the point where you feel like you comfortable doing that, and then you know, and not even tell the daddy, you know that nigga. You can just DM him, you can call him, you can email him. But he said that he understand that maybe she didn't feel like she wanted to tell her daddy. Now that's a whole nother story. Maybe that could be his fault.
One thing in a relationship. What about this, Cross? Why haven't nobody never seen Busta with no bitches in all these years? Ain't nobody never seen Busta with no women. Let's keep it 100. We ain't never seen Busta out dating with nobody. Out of all these cameras, he's never been with a woman. Period. We never seen Busta with no women. Never heard about no relationships. Ain't nobody that secretive.
Well, you know, and I'm gonna say something. You know what, B? Not only that, y'all remember that video that came out when he was with them he was out downtown New York and he was spotted going in that party with them Transformers. I remember that now. I remember that. Allegedly.
So if he and Benzino, they gotta understand, no matter if he's not popular or whatever, Benzino know a lot about these industry niggas that he ain't never said nothing about. He had the Source magazine. He know a lot about these niggas. And then at the end of the day, so after the video, I'm sure we got a knowledge of a video shoot. Everybody drinking, everybody having a good time. Busta Rhymes got the most money in the building, right? He the most popular. He the star. A younger chick gonna wanna fuck for the money. This how they already programmed. A chick, what Sexy Red? Yeah, that's right. That's all them bitches want to hear. The bitches want the money. Them bitches don't give a fuck about fucking nobody for no money now. They don't give a fuck about that, especially if they about to get them 100,000. And they go back to what you were saying about Diddy. Wasn't Diddy paying this bitch $500,000 of something? Wasn't he giving her an allowance?
But Diddy son's girlfriend, so he's in a whole nother caliber by himself. He dated, went back and was in a full-blown relationship with somebody that his own son had been in a relationship with.
Laura Harvey don't count. We ain't gonna talk about her. She don't count. She's trash. She's trash. It's a whole nother story. But this the thing about it too, though. I'm gonna speak on this. Cause really, cause I fuck with Corey LeRae. I listen to her music. She cool. But see, this the thing about it. She don't fuck with her daddy. She do not fool with him. If y'all go look on interviews, she cool, but they ain't got the best relationship because of what he did with his mama when he was in his prime. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, though, don't, and I'm not taking up for Buster, but this the whole thing about it. If y'all ever look at Corey LeRae videos, she's always naked. It's nothing new. So don't come charging me up about your daughter naked grinding on me when all the other videos she been naked grinding on. I'm not saying I'm not condoning. I'm just saying don't come talking to me about it. I know we cool. I know you my homeboy, but this is a video. You feel what I'm saying? I'm kind of playing devil's advocate on this. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to look at it both ways. Now don't come charge me up when in every video your daughter done been naked. You see what I'm saying? Because anytime you see Cora LeRae, she's naked. She's on Instagram shaking her butt. I'm not, like I say, I'm not taking it's still wrong regardless, but I'm just saying we should have nipped this at the bud in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? We should have nipped this in the bud in the beginning.
And
Because
then,
if you gonna
go back to what he has a younger wife. He has a younger wife. So if that daughter been seeing this all this time, man, I don't care about you having no problem because in my home, that's what's been going on. So go on over there, do your little interview. And again, not saying it's right because I think all of it is jacked up, but I feel like that's the mentality. How dare you be upset with her for something that you actually did? You had this in her face.
And I seen somebody make a comment saying Busta Rhymes was with he was in the Janet Jackson video. Man, Janet Jackson on a whole nother level, man. You know that wasn't nothing but publicity in the video. Hold on, Joe Jackson wasn't playing none of that shit.
And
I hate to
that video together.
And I hate to cut you off, B. You're right, CJ. And I hate to cut you off, B, because guess what? Shit, we all know that Janet Jackson made your boy Pop take an AIDS test just to make sure for a kissing scene. So it was just about bread. You know it had to been about bread because she ended up started smashing Jermaine Dupri, dog. She waited till her whole run till she knew she was El DeBarge, Jermaine Dupri, and there was another nigga she was messing with too.
Look at the age limits. Jermaine Dupri short, but that nigga old as fuck. Jermaine Dupri is old, so that's not no age difference. Janet Jackson doing business. Janet Jackson, when she, like you said, with the Tupac thing, she made sure and that was a big thing back then. Made sure Tupac had an AIDS test. Janet Jackson is that's one of the icons.
Yeah.
But what about when they said that Whitney Houston Ray J was smashing Whitney Houston? But Whitney was on dope. You can't do that. And if anybody know anything about the industry, Ray J was the motherfucking weed man in California at the time. So he had access to everything.
Yeah, that girl.
He had access to that girl.
And he also still got some shit going on, jealous of his sister's career and all that other kind of stuff. So he was trying to make a name for himself.
But that's the Hollywood shit.
I did look it up. It's an 11-year difference between Beyonce and Jay-Z. And I remember having a discussion with somebody back, couple of years ago. Y'all know I'm the biggest Beyonce fan, but I have always had a problem with that 10-year and older gap because again, what are you doing? But in my opinion, again, I love these Beyonce. But I do know the history and how Jay-Z even came in her life, took her from under her daddy with that whole managing thing, and turned Beyonce into who he wanted her to be for her career. So salute
to the Sacrifice. Y'all go subscribe to my dog, the Sacrifice, man. He blowing up over there. World Star, went viral on World Star. Man, he got the conspiracy thing, breaking it down. He had a great one last night. Y'all go check him out. He usually drops around about 9:30. And man, he has some eye-opener stuff, dog. So I got to salute to my bro. I remember when I remember when he had 500 subscribers. I told everybody back then to follow him. He was going to blow up, and he done the damn thing. Salute to the Sacrifice.
You probably need to.
Yeah, that's the man right there. So I'm going to play this one right here. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I got another one for y'all since y'all did that one. So really, that's a good, no problem, King, no problem. So what we got this one right here. This is a mind bender one right here. You know what I'm saying? So I want y'all to check this one out. Y'all tell me what y'all think on this one right here. This is wild.
Was found dead in his hotel room bed at 3:15 p.m. on January 4th by the hotel maid. Sean was a young man in his 20s, was engaged to be married, and was a successful businessman who also taught Sunday school. Since he passed in his hotel room and there was no sign of forced entry, the police concluded it had to be one of the 3 people closest to him, as he didn't trust people very easily. The 3 people closest to him were his sister Hannah, who often assisted with teaching Sunday school, his brother John, who ran a small, semi-successful business, and Sean's fiancée Jenna. The only clue Sean left was a cryptic note which read, January 4th, 2009, 4:10 a.m. My loved ones, Jenna, Sis, John, I would like to tell you how sorry I am. Blame God for why I am to die today. Blame Him. Seek Him if you want to know why I did leave you. Do not mourn my death. Please move on. Goodbye, Sean.
So what y'all think, now? Who killed my man?
Oh.
You gotta play that again. You gotta play that again, Cross.
Play that one.
A detective. Sean Donovan was found dead in his hotel room bed at 3:15 p.m. on January 4th by the hotel maid. Sean was a young man in his 20s, was engaged to be married, and was a successful businessman who also taught Sunday school. Since he passed in his hotel room and there was no sign of forced entry, the police concluded it had to be one of the 3 people closest to him, as he didn't trust people very easily. The 3 people closest to him were his sister Hannah, who often assisted with teaching Sunday school, his brother John, who ran a small, semi-successful business, and Sean's fiancée Jenna. The only clue Sean left was a cryptic note which read, January 4th, 2009, 4:10 a.m. My loved ones, Jenna, Sis, John, I would like to tell you how sorry I am. Blame God for why I am to die today. Blame Him. Seek Him if you want to know why I did leave you. Do not mourn my death. Please move on. Goodbye, Sean.
Hey, y'all can put y'all answers in the comment sections too, y'all. Tell me what y'all think. What y'all think, y'all?
Okay, so the times is something wrong. In the beginning of the video, it was something about a 3:59 a.m. and then the letter was at 4:10 a.m. or something. I don't know why that's sticking out to me. I need you to play that one more time.
Play it one more time.
I know who did it. It was the sister.
It was the sister who did it. Barry,
yeah,
who you think?
I don't know. You gotta play that again. That's some white people weird shit.
I'm gonna tell you why real quick. I think it was the sister because we always overlook the Christian. That's what we always overlook the Christian.
His brother the Christian too, though. I don't know if I'm Christian.
Oh shit, Monkey Man, you wild as hell. This ain't wrong. You going way you wrong for that. Let's play it back.
A detective. Sean Donovan was found dead in his hotel room bed at 3:15 p.m. on January 4th by the hotel maid. Sean was a young man in his 20s, was engaged to be married, and was a successful businessman who also taught Sunday school. Since he passed in his hotel room and there was no sign of forced entry, the police concluded it had to be one of the 3 people closest to him, as he didn't trust people very easily. The 3 people closest to him were his sister Hannah, who often assisted with teaching Sunday school, his brother John, who ran a small, semi-successful business, and Sean's fiancée Jenna. The only clue Sean left was a cryptic note which read, January 4th, 2009, 4:10 a.m. My loved ones, Jenna, Sis, John, I would like to tell you how sorry I am. Blame God for why I am to die today. Blame Him. Seek Him if you want to know why I did leave you. Do not mourn my death. Please move on. Goodbye, Sean.
Yeah, man, that was the Sunday school teacher put out there about God and don't worry about how I died. Yeah, so what it is, I'm thinking maybe John married a young chick and her sister didn't approve. I don't know what happened, but I ain't gonna even go into it. The sister did it. I'm standing on it.
So why we ain't thinking it got something to do with some money? They said first they said the nigga was successful. It's always about some money. Ain't nobody give a fuck about no love no more. No old white people. No white people give a fuck about motherfucking money.
I think it was the brother because he also had a similar business, and the brother's business probably was doing better than him, and so they offed him so him and the fiance could be together.
Okay, I like that one too. But okay,
Ooh, that's a good one. That was a good
I'm
one.
liking the way you're going with this. So, but also, okay, so why was, and I'm just asking again, I'm just playing off devil's advocate. Why was he in a hotel? Who was he in a hotel with?
I was thinking that too. I really was thinking that too. So like maybe he was on a business trip or whatever, and the setup had to be there. They couldn't do it at his home or whatever the case is because it would have been too obvious. So get the hotel. Somebody has access to the room with a key. And that's why it's left to say, well, we can only narrow it down to these three people.
B. White, you want to say something?
I don't think it'd be like I don't like right now. I don't think nobody killing nobody for no because they love you so much. Especially when the first thing they say is he was an established businessman. Like it still to me resorts back to the money. Like ain't nobody all them feelings and shit. Nah, cause why is you going to a hotel if you so established and like it just that don't even make sense. It got to be money. Why they ruling the money out? Because you just thought about it. You said all of them was family members and people close to him. Who's gonna benefit if he died and he got the money?
But they can rule out the they're not ruling out the money. They actually
That
didn't say that. They just saying that the police are saying because he was such a private man, it could only be these three people that was closest to him. So what I'm saying is the reason that it happened at a hotel was to make it look like, oh, okay, maybe he was out on a business trip or something, and he decided to off himself because that letter is an indication that he committed suicide, but that's the setup. And so I'm saying maybe it was the brother who has a business similar to his, but not as successful. And that fiance messing with that brother, they decided to off him to take the money.
CJ's definitely got to do with the money. It got something to do with the money. And don't white people today, don't white people been doing that shit for years. They conspire, they get insurance, they conspire, and they kill your ass off.
Well, it gotta be out the brother or the sister because the fiance ain't gonna get none of the money because she's just the fiance. They ain't even married yet, so she already out the picture. She can't get none of the money. So it
She
gotta be
can,
out
she
the.
can if she's sleeping with the brother, and the sister probably was jealous of him too. So the siblings decide to off him. And if that boy, that other man is sleeping with the fiance, she do get some of the money.
Right, but what I'm saying is, remember now, like, all right, so like she was saying, but even the brother, my thing was okay, could it brothers and them be in business together? Because they never really said they both was in business. I'm gonna play it back one more time so everybody can hear it.
A detective. Sean Donovan was found dead in his hotel room bed at 3:15 p.m. on January 4th by the hotel maid. Sean was a young man in his 20s, was engaged to be married, and was a successful businessman who also taught Sunday school. Since he passed in his hotel room and there was no sign of forced entry, the police concluded it had to be one of the three people closest to him, as he didn't trust people very easily. The three people closest to him were his sister Hannah, who often assisted with teaching Sunday school, his brother John, who ran a small, semi-successful business, and Sean's fiancée, Jenna. The only clue Sean left was a cryptic note which read, January 4th, 2009, 4:10 a.m. My loved ones, Jenna, Sis, John, I would like to tell you how sorry I am. Blame God for why I am to die today. Blame Him. Seek Him if you want to know why I did leave you. Do not mourn my death. Please move on. Goodbye, Sean.
Then you know what? It might not have been none of them. He might have been an agate. He might have been an agate because why is he in a room and they said it was no forced entry? That mean when you doing hotel shit, right? And you got your house, that mean you're sneaking. That's sneaking. That ain't no business. That's sneaking. How many times you took a business trip and you done met a chick? Like it's sneaking. You done met a chick and come to the hotel, and was it in his city or was it in another city?
It don't say.
But this what gets me though. He named his fiance and he named his brother, but he said sis. Why he ain't name her? Because he named himself at the end.
He
I'm
did. Her
thinking
name.
it's the sister.
The sister's name is Hannah.
No, he said sis.
Play it again, Cross. And he
Yeah, he said sis.
Okay. He's all right.
Becoming a detective. Sean Donovan was found dead in his hotel.
My bad. Before I play that one more time, I'm gonna play shout out to Maki, and then we're gonna get to it because I was supposed to do that just a second ago. So I'm gonna play this. Shout out to Maki, man. Y'all go check it out. It's the Metaverse 21. He's got an album out. He's got Monkey Man on there. He's got, man, we shouting everybody out. So, you know, with further ado, even got my man Barry White. So I just, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mikey, man.
Winning team. A lot of you fuck niggas is losing and accusing and refusing to grow. Shout out to my nigga Cross, man. Yeah. Hey. Okay. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. Hey. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. Hey. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. What? It's the Plug Podcast. 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 If you ain't on the team, fuck you, nigga. Hit your bag. I know what I know, but I'll play black and slow. Peeping this shit, niggas be acting like hoes. All on the piano, talking about another, talking about their sister, talking about their brother. Niggas ain't real no more. Niggas ain't loyal no more. You know they don't follow the code, and that's why they getting exposed. The key shots taking control. They not in control of their souls. We booking them shows like Barry White. My niggas living in paradise. We building the team, the enterprise. It's the Plug Podcast. 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 You ain't on the team. Fuck you, niggas. Hit to the bag. You know we hold it down. We ain't gonna play you around. So I hope you stay around. Don't really make you loud. We trying to make you proud. If you do not like me, guess what? Get the fuck out.
Man, who that nigga is right there? Who that nigga is right there? I like that nigga.
That's dope.
Who that nigga is right there? I like that nigga. Who that nigga is right there? Cross, you gotta send me that. I like that nigga. That's my new little nigga. What I like that. I don't listen to young niggas' music, but that little nigga getting on blast.
Yeah, that's my nigga.
Mikey.
Let me meet you up. So shout out to Mikey, man. I'm gonna link you and Mike together. Yeah, like I said, on the Metaverse, we got Monkey Man got one too. You know what I'm saying? Talking Monkey Man, you know, talking that Monkey Man shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my guy, Mikey, man. Shout out to Mikey, little Mikey, man. He holds us down, bro. He holds us down. We got a lot of stuff we building on. You know, nigga just be grinding. I'm definitely link you.
He dope. He dope.
Yeah, shout out my guy Mikey, man. Shout out to Mikey. Mike, we're gonna run it back one more time since Barry like.
Winning team. A lot of you fuck niggas is losing and accusing and refusing to grow. Shout out to my nigga Cross, man. Yeah. Hey. Okay. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. Hey. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. Hey. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. What? It's the Plug Podcast. 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 If you ain't on the team, fuck you, nigga. Hit your bag. I know what I know, but I'll play black and slow. Peeping this shit, niggas be acting like hoes. All on the piano, talking about another, talking about their sister, talking about their brother. Niggas ain't real no more. Niggas ain't loyal no more. You know they don't follow the code, and that's why they getting exposed. The key shots taking control. They not in control of their souls. We booking them shows like Barry White. My niggas living in paradise. We building the team, the enterprise. It's the Plug Podcast. 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 If you ain't on the team, fuck you, niggas. Hit to the bag. You know we hold it down. We ain't gonna play you around. So I hope you stay around. Don't really make you loud. We trying to make you proud. If you do not like me, guess what? Get the fuck out.
Shout out to Mikey, man. So
Shout out, my nigga.
I ain't hear you, Barry. Go ahead, Barry.
I was just shouting the nigga out again. I need that. I need that. It's the Plug Podcast.
My nigga, that's what I'm saying. We got it. We finna turn it up. We got something coming. We got a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline. Nigga just be eyes tired, boss. I say eyes tired, but it's for a cause though. So we gonna play this one back one more time, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna see if we can break this down. Then I'm gonna give y'all the answer. Because y'all done hit the answer several times. And it is crazy, but this is the craziest bill. Because these are the stuff I'm gonna start getting into because y'all know how my mind works crazy. So,
becoming a detective. Sean Donovan was found dead in his hotel room bed at 3:15 p.m. on January 4th by the hotel maid. Sean was a young man in his 20s, was engaged to be married, and was a successful businessman who also taught Sunday school. Since he passed in his hotel room and there was no sign of forced entry, the police concluded it had to be one of the 3 people closest to him, as he didn't trust people very easily. The 3 people closest to him were his sister Hannah, who often assisted with teaching Sunday school, his brother John, who ran a small, semi-successful business, and Sean's fiancée Jenna. The only clue Sean left was a cryptic note which read, January 4th, 2009, 4:10 a.m. My loved ones, Jenna, Sis, John, I would like to tell you how sorry I am. Blame God for why I am to die today. Blame Him. Seek Him if you want to know why I did leave you. Do not mourn my death. Please move on. Goodbye, Sean.
And then why in the hell was it a cryptic note? Nigga couldn't just write it out in English? But Monkey Man, the sister's name was Hannah. Did you hear it that time?
So why did he say sis? That's who did it. Why he gonna name her 2 times then? If the sister named Hannah,
that's a good one,
and
Monkey
the brother
Man.
name,
He on
yeah.
something.
So why?
He on something. I'm just saying.
Why
I
would
ain't
he
saying
say
you right or
sis?
wrong. I'm saying you own something right now. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, say what you said again, Monkey Man.
Why would he say sis? If he already said his sister named Hannah, then he say Hannah, sis, and his brother name. He never, unless the fiance did it, he trying to. So maybe the fiance did it. But I'm thinking the sister did it because there's too much shit in there about God and this, that, and the third, and don't look for me when I'm gone and all this here. No, yeah, I'm still standing with the sister.
Hold on now, Monkey Man. Why the man could not have? I'm just asking. Why could he not have wrote the letter? Maybe he knew. I know that. What? But I'm saying.
I got a question too. How did the nigga die?
They don't say. They just found him in the bed.
Nah, that ain't right. Nah. So how did the nigga? It's about how the nigga died. Was the nigga shot? Did the nigga take some motherfucking some poison? Like what the fuck was the nigga? He wasn't. So he didn't die in the bathtub. He didn't drown. So it had to be stabbing, poison, or fucking strangulation, or shot.
It just say the man found him.
But that's gonna be that's more the solution if the maid found him. But what was how did you die? What was the infliction? You had time to write a fucking note.
Well, let's look at the note. It's a glass, so maybe he took some pills and killed himself because it's a water. It's a water. A glass of water or something on the note.
He never wrote the note.
Somebody else wrote the note. That's why I was.
That's to make it look like a fake suicide.
Exactly.
Yeah, make it look like I've been studying in Lifetime in NCIS for the past 10 years. So you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I know.
Yeah, I like CI. That's my shit too. Now I ain't gonna bullshit you. I like Matlock. So you know what I'm saying? I want to be the Black Matlock. Yeah, I always want to be Black Matlock.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, that's a fake suicide note because it don't make no sense for him. I never knew a nigga that's about to die. Like, okay, so if he committed suicide, they wouldn't even be suspects. So they seen it was some type of foul play. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why they suspect.
But can I say something? Could he have not we up to this point where he died that night? I'm just playing devil's. maybe it was some shit that went on before then. Maybe he might have went to the hotel to get away.
So it might be the fiance. But then, okay, if the fiance on my row, why would I let her into the room? Or if I don't know, man.
But then the nigga 20, listen, the nigga 20 years old. Who, ain't no struggle. Ain't nobody said nothing about no struggle. So you mean to tell me nigga just gonna let a nigga come in here and kill me and write a crypt? No. We need to know how he died. If, y'all NCI, we need to find out how he was killed.
I think the brother sent a prostitute to the hotel, and then they came in and offed him because the brother. It keeps saying the brother has a similar business, but they said that this brother was more successful.
No, I'm liking all this. I'm looking at it. I'm like y'all, because I'm trying to figure it out myself. So,
and for white people be doing all that shit, and for that whole scenario, and it's surrounded around white people. That's that gay shit. That's something weird.
It might, see, I was thinking that too, Barry.
That's too weird. That's too much.
I'm thinking his gay lover might have took him out, Barry. That's what I'm thinking. The gay lover might have took him out too. I don't know what's going on. It's either sister or he had a gay lover. Cause maybe that sis stand for sissy.
So I gotta add.
my nigga Monkey Man, nigga, that's right. That was my nigga right there. That nigga worked for CSI.
Okay, so let me just say. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. So we're saying that it could be some funny money stuff going on, or some money that got funny, or there could have been a situation where, because again they said like you said, the younger brother was more successful than the other brother. He was semi-successful, and then you got the sister, which is just like out of nowhere. But to me, they best friends. But then she assisted him. Because at the same time, like you got to think about it, he ain't really had no job. Then you got this cryptic message. See, a lot of times, and this is why I always play these type of scenarios, because this is how it's beautiful to see of what perception is through everybody's eyes. It's like a painting. So I'm gonna play it back one more time, y'all. So y'all done got the rest of the stuff. Now just start looking at something else. I'm gonna let you say something, CJ, and look at something else, but just. I want to hear what y'all got to say one more time, and then I'm gonna break it, and then I'm gonna tell y'all. And then when y'all think about it, y'all don't be mad at it. Just
before you play it, let me say this: with everything, all the details, and then they keep pressing the whole. They all went to church. To me, the message I'm getting is keep your enemies close.
all right. So B White, what you want to say about it before I play it again?
That nigga's an with a P in it. And they found out, and he ain't want nobody to know. When the white people get to talking about ask God, don't question nothing, God, that's, look, God, GAY. They trying to keep that's that funny money. Anytime I done seen on CSI or in the real news, when they get to talking about God so much, it's a different part of their life that they didn't want exposed.
Monkey Man, what you think?
Now I'm thinking about it. Now I'm thinking about it. Might be the damn detective. Shit, I don't know. This shit could be. It's the alleged gay lover, the sister, or the detective. I'm standing on them three. It might that, but I think it's the sister because, like I say, it is for some reason he put her name in there 2 times. If that's the case. I want to know
Okay,
why he said sis.
I'm gonna speak on that. You was right. You was on the right path, but you didn't. But you veered off from. You was right. You was right on the right path. That's what I'm gonna say before I say the answer. So I'm gonna ask one more time. So you said it was you allegedly it could have been the sister. You're gonna go with. So what are you gonna go with? Because I'm neutral in this. I ain't got no dog in this race. So between
Yeah, I'm going with the sis.
Okay, now CJ, who you going with?
I'm going with the brother and the sister. Both of them. They a couple. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm going with the brother and the mistress. The fiance, excuse me. The fiance and the brother.
Okay.
I'm going with the gay lover. Wherever he at in this world. He's somewhere out here. Nigga, I'm going with the gay lover. He out there somewhere, and he probably been gay with the brother too. White people weird.
All right. So that being said, you know how they be doing on them TV shows. We gonna go to this 30-second intermission, and then we coming right back with the answers and 2 and 2.
They say you couldn't do. Mm-hmm. You did everything they say you couldn't do. So what more can they say, huh? What more can they say? Talk that talk, George. And they haven't did enough. And they mad because you did more. Turn them up, George. They mad because you did more. You proved your haters wrong. You did that. You gave glory to God. You did that. You secured the bag. You did that. So they had no choice but to feel that. Big dog. Turn them up, George. Woo. Turn them up. They have no choice but to feel that. Big dog. Yeah, that's real.
All right, here we go. We're gonna play it one more time, and then y'all gonna see the answer.
Becoming a detective. Sean Donovan was found dead in his hotel room bed at 3:15 p.m. on January 4th by the hotel maid. Sean was a young man in his 20s, was engaged to be married, and was a successful businessman who also taught Sunday school. Since he passed in his hotel room and there was no sign of forced entry, the police concluded it had to be one of the 3 people closest.
So it had to be one of the 3 people's closest to him. So we was on that part. So think about it. Y'all excluded all that bullshit that was before, and y'all got to the main, right? So we're going to get right back to it. Hold on. Let's get to it again.
4th by the hotel maid. Sean was a young man in his 20s, was engaged to be married, and was a successful businessman who also taught Sunday school. Since he passed in his hotel room and there was no sign of forced entry, the police concluded it had to be one of the 3 people closest to him, as he didn't trust people very easily. The 3 people closest to him were his sister Hannah, who often assisted.
So Monkey Man was right about Hannah when he said Hannah, when he was talking about the names. Just pay close attention. Monkey Man said that I said he was on the right case because he said Hannah, because he mentioned her name. And here we go.
With teaching Sunday school. His brother John, who ran a small, semi-successful business, and Sean's fiance Jenna. The only clue Sean left was a cryptic note which read January 4th, 2000.
Okay, so I'm gonna give CJ some credit on this. You got to remember, she kept saying, why the hell would he put a cryptic note? See, people don't look at a cryptic note. Well, if it's a cryptic note, it has to be something cryptic inside of it. You can't just read it for what it is. You got to look at the details. So one of the things Monkey Man said was he mentioned the sister name at first, and then he changed it. So when he read it, and I'm gonna play it back. So it'll tell you who did it. And here you go.
4:10 a.m. My loved ones, Jenna, Sis, John, I would like to tell you.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
Sis,
a cold nigga.
John, I would like to tell you how sorry I am.
Play it back one more time.
Jenna, Sis, John, I would like to tell you how sorry I am.
I'm gonna say it again.
4:10 a.m. My loved ones, Jenna, Sis, John, I would like to tell you how.
That's why he went to the hotel and wrote it, and it was cryptic. So if something happened to him, he's semi-business guy. It was the fiance and the brother, because he said Jenna assisted John.
Well, goddamn.
So
the girlfriend was fucking with the brother.
So I was right.
Yes, you was right. You just didn't get it that way. He kept saying it, but the cryptic message was what he just told you. Jenna, Sis, John. That's why you got to remember, Hannah was his best friend. Why would he not mention Hannah's name again? Why would he say Sis?
Wow.
Yeah, I do weird shit. I read a lot of weird shit. Y'all.
That's good. I like that.
Everybody, and the reason why I do this shit It's because it's a brain teacher, and it's beautiful to see perspectives of life. Think about it. Everybody had 3 different ways to look at it, and y'all played it every which way except what was in front. And it's like how the world is. They put it right in front of you. So that's how they say they play on the minds of people. They will put the shit right in front of you, and you don't even have no idea. It's that deep.
That's true.
Well, I ain't got my sister. I know she ain't shit. I ain't fucking with no bitches named Hannah. And my little brothers, I make sure I ain't none of these niggas coming to none of the hotels with me. I'm gonna stay all the way out that whole scenario because I don't need to be writing nothing cryptic. Why that cryptic shit, boy? Sometimes people smarter than that.
But I'm just saying it.
But that's
Some
how
people
it
just.
is,
That's
though,
how it
when you
is,
think
though, people.
about
You
it.
think about it.
No, you're right. You dead right. You
So
did
I
right. So the
just like,
girl,
oh my
right,
bad.
Cross.
Oh, my bad.
So the girlfriend did it,
Yeah,
and the girlfriend and the
Shut
brother.
up.
there it is, right
There
there.
it is right there.
That's
That's the crypto.
Jenna
See,
assisted John. There you go, right there.
there it is, right there.
John.
That was the cryptic. He said he wrote a cryptic because he went into a whole bunch of stuff because they knew. Think about it. Who was he telling that cryptic letter to? To Hannah. The letter was cryptic to Hannah because he brought up church because they had a relationship. So he knew that all he could do was talk about. They wouldn't say nothing if he spoke to God about Hannah, but their relationship was close. That was his best friend. But he couldn't tell Hannah that these two motherfuckers had been plotting to kill him. So that's why they said it was a cryptic letter. It wasn't a cryptic letter to just the police and everybody else. The only person would have got the cryptic letter would have been Hannah because it was for Hannah.
Right, because
They understand.
that's his assistant. That's his best friend.
Why the nigga gotta be so complicated if he know motherfuckers trying to kill him? Why you just ain't gonna say these two motherfuckers trying to kill me? Period.
Because and I hate to be racist on this, but that's what white people do. Nigga would have been told everybody. Nigga would have been told everybody. I think my white child.
Monkey man, nigga would have put up a Facebook status.
Yeah. Hashtag if I'm gone, you know she did it. You know what I'm
Yeah, right.
Hashtag don't trust these motherfuckers.
But yeah, man, I just wanted to bring that shit was crazy to me, man. I was sitting there, nigga be medicinal sometimes, and I'd get to watch the stuff. I'd be like, that's cold blooded. I was like, man, because perception, they was talking about perceptions, everything, and I was like, damn, because I sat around, I ain't gonna lie, all day long trying to figure that out. I was mad as hell. I done went back, looked, damn, why in the fuck? But then I said the same thing, Monkey Man, okay. So why would he say Hannah at first, but he didn't mention Hannah in the letter? Wouldn't that be the letter he should mention? And then it made it seem funny. It was like, okay, maybe somebody would have thought he wouldn't have wrote it because he didn't put her name in it. So I kept going back. And I'm looking at the times and everything. And something said, look at the damn letter, bro. It said cryptic letter. Everything else makes sense in a way. But the cryptic letter, why would he? And that's what I said. Why would he write it? I said, let me look at this. And I started reading it. And as I was reading, I didn't look at the screen. I just walked around. I was like, Genesis, Hannah. Genesis. Oh, damn, dog. Genesis to Hannah, dog. I mean, your boy. I said, damn, that's some crazy shit. So on that, I want to hear what y'all got to think about that. Not just that, just perception itself. And I just wanted to bring something crazy, just like the mittens. CJ, you was right. The mittens, the fact that he had the mittens on already. So he could have fought the case. But then the flip side is he could have actually took the mittens off because the body was still warm. So did he tussle with the guy? That's another one where they said it can go, that's where perception can go either way. And that's a fucked up situation.
Yeah, I wanted to hear the ending of that one because I know you said that you was going to give us the answer after we finished talking about it. So do you have the answer to that one? Like,
the answer is majority said because of the mittens, right? Because, okay. And the reason why I'm going to give you the answer to that, and that's why I said it's a two-part, But the real answer is mittens. You know why? Why do you think? Why was the mittens bothering you?
Because they said that they got the fingerprints off the rock. So I'm like, how did they, even though they said all the evidence was pointing back to the boyfriend, he had mittens on. So I just didn't understand. Right. Yeah.
Okay, so let me give it to you the black and slow version. Grown men don't wear mittens. Yeah, I just want to throw that out.
Yeah, we wear gloves.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know. I didn't want to tell you like that, but yeah, grown. Yeah, that's what bothered you about the mittens. You kept saying, "Damn, what's with these mittens and the DNA and all that?" First of all, grown niggas. I ain't never met one. Now I done met some that be on them little short buses, and that's so they don't hurt themselves. But yeah, I ain't never seen no grown nigga out there hunting. How you gonna shoot a gun if you hunting with mittens?
If you got mittens on, exactly.
Yeah, that just ain't gonna line up right. So that was like the answer to that one.
And then threw the mittens on, so now it's a cover-up type of thing going on.
Yeah, that's why when I was like, okay, maybe, and I kept saying maybe took the mittens off, and he was like, and the body's warm, and he was like, well, yeah, that could be it, but still, no. The mittens what got me when I first. I was like, ain't no grown motherfucker with no mittens on. I thought you was gonna get the answer off the rip. So I was like, damn, okay. But yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, man. Salute to my nigga Bear, salute to Vern, man. Y'all go follow them dudes, they comedians, man. They've been in the game for a long time. Y'all go follow CJ on TikTok, go follow Monkey Man, TMB. He's on the CJ's on the panel. She's getting ready to come out December, 1st of December to drop in her show. But yeah, we're gonna start making some moves, man, and moving some stuff around. So salute the market, get that Meta 21. And yeah, just go up from there. CJ, you got something to add, Monkey Man?
Monkey Man, you want to go first?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be interviewing Mikey this Saturday, so y'all can come check it out. I was gonna play with the internet messing up. I was gonna do a music review on his album, and I'm featured on the album, and I'm gonna get with him later on and see if we can still do it, maybe the StreamYard or Stop Tripping. But yeah, I'm gonna be interviewing him this weekend, so y'all come check it out.
Already. CJ, you want to add something to it?
I love the whole mind scramble, keeping everybody on their toes. Salute.
Wake up this morning, wake people up. You know what I'm saying? Get your brain going.
Yeah. Salute to everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for joining, and Cross and Monkey Man again. Thank y'all for allowing me to be a part of y'all panels, because y'all done birthed something. And even though I'm very nervous, I'm extremely nervous, I will say that. I just know that it's a lot to be said, especially in our community when it comes to us and our generations that are coming up under us. And so in all fun, we'll continue to do that, but we definitely gonna be speaking some good gems over there to help us in our thinking process and in our community. So shout out to my boy, shout out to Mackie, shout out to Barry and everybody else, the plug. Y'all, this is a movement, like King said the other day. So much love to everybody.
Yeah, shout out to King of New Jersey. Shout out my guy Dewberry, CW out there working on the movie right now. Shout out to him. Man, it's just everybody gonna come together. We're gonna build, man. That's all it is, man. It's gonna take a village to build. But I think we're all gonna get there, man. Everybody, iron sharpens iron. So I just wanted to start everybody's brain off today to get your muscle work. Like I said, it's great to hear different perspectives of how perception is. That's why I always tell people, just remember, it's your perception. Can't nobody tell you you're right or wrong, but there's always the right answer. So as long as we all come together, it's like we could have been on here, all right, man, no, I think this, I think that. No, man, because at the end of the day, it's what we perceive things to be. It ain't hey, salute. She like, I don't want to be on there. So on that note, I appreciate y'all. What's up with your show you love? I appreciate everybody, man, coming out here, man, rocking with us. We had a great one, dog. Y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all comment, subscribe, follow me on TikTok. I'm always on TikTok, Instagram, what else? YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. There's a whole bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? They just be bouncing from everywhere and trying to get this little album thing and my clothing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go KrossYourHeart.com. Clothes will be going out. Toothless Tiger, salute. CJ for supporting the brand. I got some other people too. Orders will be going out this week. You know what I'm saying? Clothes was on the back order, so clothes are coming in. So I appreciate y'all for being patient. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and get out here, and I'm going to end this on this right here. And then we're going to go like
waiting
this.
for. This the moment where you're about to take over, and you don't get tired. You don't get tired. You got motion. That's why they can't fight the fight you fought and won. You're not afraid to go to war. You're not afraid to stand 10 toes down. That's why they can't walk a mile in your shoe. Turn it to me. I told you, when you build different, you see different, you lead different, you apply that pressure different, because you one of a kind. You one of a kind. Told you. You who your bloodline been waiting for. Because you stand on business. You stand on business. Big dog. Turn them up. Yeah, that's real.
Winning team. A lot of you fault niggas is losing and accusing and refusing to grow. Shout out to my nigga Cross, man. Yo. Hey. Okay. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. Hey. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. Hey. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. What? It's the Plug Podcast. 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 If you ain't on the team, fuck you, nigga. Get your bag. I know what I know, but I'll play black and slow. Peeping this shit, niggas be acting like hoes. All on the piano, talking about another, talking about their sister, talking about their brother. Niggas ain't real no more. Niggas ain't loyal no more. You know they don't follow the code, and that's why they getting exposed. The Keysha's taking control. They not in control of their souls. We booking them shows like Barry White. My niggas living in paradise. We building the team, the enterprise. It's the Plug Podcast.